right. Hello and welcome, and I want to give an especially warm welcome to everyone joining us tonight for part 1 of our Candela Obscura series. We're going to get through some quick announcements, and then we will introduce our wonderful circle members before we begin tonight. I'll start us off with just a quick reminder that Candela Obscura, by nature, is a horror-based TTRPG. We'll be dealing with various themes such as body horror, dolls, magical transformation, injury, occult and eldritch horror that might be uncomfortable for some viewers. If at any point you need to step away, please do so and rejoin our circle when you're ready. Our table does have various safety tools in place to ensure that everyone is having a safe and fun spooky time this evening. We here at Tales Guild are very excited to be partnering with Logomancy this October for the 5th annual Roll for Wishes campaign, where we are raising funds for Make-A-Wish International. You will see a special Tiltify link popping up in the side chat. You can go to that link to donate to an amazing cause while granting special things to our circle members. This is our first of 3 sessions. You can catch us again on the 20th and 27th. And then just a couple quick thanks before we get started. All of the incredible character art that you see on the screen was done by our very own Lydia Corinne, whose commissions are open, you guys. You can have art of your own. And our intro music in the beginning and the music you will see at our break was done by Travis Savoy. And we're just going to give a quick shout out to our tech team behind the scenes because they're amazing and we couldn't do this without them because I don't know technology. I'm Hans. I'll be our light keeper for this evening, and we're going to toss it to our players to introduce themselves.
Hi, everybody. I'm B. My pronouns are she, they, and I will be playing Judith, and her pronouns are she, her.
Hi, I'm Abigail, also known as Abigail the Nerd. I use the she, her pronouns, and I'm playing Grandma, who uses she, her pronouns. Don't ask what her name is.
Hey everybody, my name is Sek Frost. My pronouns are he, him. I will be playing Anansi, which pronouns are also he, him.
Hi, I'm Lydia Corinne. I'll be playing Livy Rhodes. Both pronouns she, her, for both me and the character.
And hi, my name is Jay. You can also go by Sequo. My pronouns are any, all, and I'll be playing Anthony today, who goes by he, him.
And with that, we will jump right in. Our opening scene begins with an overhead view of the New Fair Autumn Festival. It is a festival full of arts and food and music, stretching from the conservatory in Briar Green down through the main thoroughfare into the sidles. There is an abundance of people from all backgrounds across to New Fair. People come down from the far eastern reaches and in to kind of take part in this. It's an annual festival. Our camera again pans down and through the long line of stalls through the main thoroughfare of the Sidle. Sorry, I'm checking chat now to see if they're caught up or not. The streets are lined with stalls selling various goods, food, there's music, laughter, it is packed. Our vision focuses in on 2 young women. The first, probably in her late teens, dressed in a school uniform of some sort. Her hair pulled up and neat, her face done up. Very excited to be down here. The young woman walking with her could be her friend, though the facial features are similar enough to potentially be an older sister, kind of being dragged along behind the first. We watch them stop at a few stalls, buy various trinkets. There's laughter and music and joy. We watch as the sun sets behind the buildings of the Sidle, and the streetlights begin to flicker on, illuminating the street in kind of an orange glow. It feels warm, it feels safe. We see them continue their way down, every now and again popping off of the street into a shop and coming back out, or cutting through an alley to get to a different portion of the festival. And we watch the younger of the two, with excitement, tug on her sister's arm and pull her down a side street. There we see words painted across a sign over a double-door entrance. Markel's Magnificent Marionette Menagerie. The windows are curtained. You can't see inside, though the doors are propped open. And as the two step in, we see a main front desk. And middle-aged woman, perhaps early 40s, sat there, a deep burgundy dress on with a black vest, her hair pulled back kind of in a severe bun. She smiles warmly at the two young women as they step in. With quick practiced movements, the younger one pulls some money out of her purse, sets it down excitedly, and into the back room the two step. Walking in the first room, deep black marble floors, pillars going from the floor to the ceiling, the walls painted green. We see a couple marionettes, life-sized, roughly 4'7", 4'8". Very distinct features. Very well painted, the craftsmanship immaculate. Strung up, dancing together. As the strings overhead creak and shift, the two dance a slow waltz around the room as the two girls step in and into the center and watch the marionettes dance around them. With a laugh, they move into the next room. This room is set up almost to mimic a tea shop. Various dolls are sat about the room in the process of pouring or drinking tea, sat as if in polite conversation. They sit. There's places where you could plop into a table to set yourself amongst the scene of these dolls. Again, so lifelike, it's almost eerie, and we start to see the concern on the older sister's face. That just the feeling something isn't quite right. And as they begin to move into the next room, our camera almost pans back and around to the front, where we see the two doors click closed. The sign flips from open to closed. We hear a lock latch. And the camera continues to pan back around in a circular motion through a different door as we see them enter from the far side of the room. Only this time we only see one sister, running as quickly as she can back towards the front. And we hear the snapping of a string as she falls, something having caught her ankle. With a scream, we see her pulled back through the last door, and the doors click closed. There's only the sound of marionette music playing and the shifting of strings and wood as the dolls continue their predetermined dance. Our scene shifts. For some of you, a familiar scene. As our camera pans through early morning light breaking in through a beautiful stained glass window of a sparrow. The camera goes through, our vision first going blue and then clearing. We see an upstairs floor of a building. Glass cases hold a variety of items. Books line the shelves. We pan across and then down a set of stairs, turning into a sitting room. You see an upper middle-aged woman, maybe mid to late 50s, kind of a warm chestnut brown hair, a white streak going through. It's pulled back just neatly, loosely with a pin. She sits in a white blouse and kind of a checkered matching set of a vest and pants. She has a book set open in front of her, various notes and papers tucked into it, some tea set on a table. We see her sitting with just one arm tucked into her pant leg, not really moving. There's almost a stiffness to it. Any of her movements come from her left hand as she sits across a small table talking to two of our members here. If I could have Grandma describe herself. What do we see as this scene comes in? You're in the sitting room.
Yeah, you see sitting in a rocking chair and knitting, kind of a little bit in the corner, because that's where she likes to be, is the corner. It's where she focuses the best. Just rocking back and forth and knitting an emerald green sweater. An absolutely ancient woman who God cannot find to take away. She is so old, and you truly can't quite look at her and be like, and not be like, how are you still around? Like, good on you, but are you good? And she has silver hair that's back in a bun, a brown sweater that basically swallows her whole as she's kind of hunched in it, and some glasses on the tip of her nose and a very stylish chain around her neck with them for when they fall off. And no matter how good her glasses are, she kind of always looks with a squint as if they're not doing what they're supposed to be doing. Mm-hmm. And she's just rocking back and forth.
And sitting beside Grandma, we have Judith. If you would please describe yourself and what you're kind of doing in this scene.
Judith has sort of medium length, dirty brown hair that's kind of tied back in a small ponytail. She wears a black omnibus dress that kind of comes up over her shoulders, and then a dark gray shirt, high-neck shirt underneath, with a small necklace, with knee-high leather boots. Her face is definitely, in the company of those she enjoys, is a smile, and there's kind of a wildness to her eyes a little bit that maybe to some might come across as perhaps naivety, but to those that know her know that it definitely goes deeper than that. I think she would be just kind of sitting at the table, probably nearby to where Grandma is, probably just sipping some tea. She would have offered some to Grandma as well. So yeah, that's probably what she would be doing.
Charlene kind of leans in across, pulling a few of the pieces of paper and setting them kind of in the center of the table for you to see. It is lists of people who have gone to attend the festival and mysteriously gone without a trace. Well, the latest, of course, was Annabelle and her sister Meredith. They both supposedly went missing last night. They never returned home. We normally, people disappear, of course. The circle looks into it, typically falls more into the peripheries side of things. Unfortunately, they truly have no idea where to even begin to look for them. These two in particular, well, their mother was a circle member of a different house, of course, but still, it puts a little more pressure on us to send a few investigators to take a look.
All right. Amen. Where am I going? What did you say? Maribel and Annabeth. All right. Yes, we shall go.
Right. Judith, you have the names written down, right? Or better yet, do you just want to hold on to the lists?
I'll hold on to them. Yes, of course.
Now, I believe it was the Seidel they were in, further down. Oh goodness, I think somewhere in the middle of Temper Boulevard or so. I think it's where we last saw them. Well, the last time they reported having been seen anyways.
Let's see. There are no other traces of anything since?
No. Not a single thing. The only thing that was found of interest, and I do believe we'll be having someone joining us shortly with it, one of their school bags was found, discarded on a back street.
Oh. That might be of some help, I suppose. Perhaps there might be a clue or something.
At that, we hear, as you're on the ground floor, the window off to the side, there's a small click, and it swings in and open, and with short form, we see a figure kind of swing a leg through and sit perched half in and half out of this window. Livy, if you wouldn't mind describing your character.
Livy is the absolute aura of just troublemaking, just for the sake of adventure. She has an absolute comfortability in the most uncomfortable situations. It is, in fact, danger that she finds herself most at home. Some say it's an adrenaline addiction. Others say it's a quarter-life crisis. Who knows? Livy has never been one to be concerned by anything. Definitely not people's perceptions of her and her more reckless fun. She is of shorter stature, but she has a very strong build, warm smile, very inviting. Like, she's even started to get a bit of smile lines showing on her face. Bright eyes that are very intelligent, and saturated blues. She does have a small mole that peaks like just below her mouth. And yeah, she just has these bold, chaotic curls of brown hair that she keeps somewhat tied back, but more often than not, it's a frizz and tangled, and there is likely something from a previous venture stuck in it. And she is always dressed appropriately for her partaking of fun, comfort and function over fashion, usually taking a more masculine approach to what she wears. But yeah, she just hops right in. Am I late? Sorry.
Charlene kind of looks at her clock. No, honestly, you're quite on time. I'm impressed, Livy. That might be the quickest you've gotten here when summoned.
I've been really working on the timing of that, so that's really good to hear.
You're doing very well, Livy. Would you like some tea?
Oh, sure. What she got brewing? And she's gonna... Is there like a desk?
Yeah, there would be. It's kind of a sitting room. There's a few shelves with books, a few items displayed throughout glass cases in the room. Would be like maybe a small writing desk tucked off to one corner, the main table in the middle.
She hops up on it.
Judith will absolutely just immediately brings you a cup and will pour you some tea.
Well, thanks.
You're welcome. Will you be joining us then?
Did I interrupt something?
You would have a messenger bag slung across your body at this point.
She's completely forgotten about it.
No, you haven't missed anything. It's all right.
Okay, sorry. Continue. Act like I'm not even here.
Well, you're meant to be here, Livy. Would you mind delivering the bag that you were supposed to?
Right, I forgot that was on my person. My bad. And she will hop up off the desk and bring it over. Sorry about that.
No, of course. And she'll take it with her one good arm and set it down on the table. Yeah, it is there.
Mm. Can we open
what would you like to do? This is your scene. What are you doing? It is fully you guys to jump in.
Yeah, I think Judith would definitely just like look at it kind of quizzically, kind of just like cock her head to the side and kind of just like lean down and kind of like look over it, and then kind of just very kind of gently. How is it like closed? Like, is it like a clasp?
It's a very like simple like student messenger bag. It's dark brown leather, kind of just an easy, like it's a hook clasp, and then it just flaps open.
Mm-hmm. Just kind of unclasp it and just gently kind of open it up and kind of have a look inside.
Mm-hmm. Inside the bag, there are a couple notebooks. There's a compact with some powder in it, a couple tubes of lipstick, a hairbrush, and then there is probably the only thing that maybe seems out of place is a bit of almost like metal twine. It's thicker than fishing wire. But it's not like a cable, or you're not quite sure.
I'll kind of just pull it out and kind of look it over.
Mm-hmm. So
Any ideas what this is?
So you kind of grab it and manipulate it with your fingers. Mm-hmm. Part of it kind of scratches and like digs into your finger. Some of the metal like pokes. There's a little bit of that droplet of blood. If you want to roll me a sense roll.
Oh, okay. Yep. I can do that. I can certainly do that. Sense. Mm-hmm. I'm good at that. Okay. Cool. Oh, it's a 7.
So when you roll dice in Candela, we're not adding them together.
Oh, yeah. Oh, okay.
You'll roll your d6s. A 6 is a success. A 4 or 5 is a mixed success. And then after that, you'll just let me know. So You choose one die. Typically, you want the higher of the two. Sometimes if you're rolling a gilded die, it is beneficial to choose a lower score, but take the gilded die to earn drive back.
Right. Got it. That's my bad. That is a 6 then.
Okay, so
I rolled a 6 and a 1.
Are you sure you don't want to take the 1?
No, I think I'll take the 6.
All right.
As funny as that would be, I think I'm going to take the 6.
It pokes into your finger. And in the way that you interact with bleed, there is almost the sense of hearing something faint. Almost a memory that's attached directly to the item, and it's the sound of the wire being pulled taut. That kind of snapping sound that metal makes when it's pulled to its tightest quickly, and that creaking that occurs when it's kept taut and then manipulated. And you hear it in the back of your head, along with the sound of something dragging. And then it's gone. The echo disappears.
We'll kind of, again, we'll just kind of look this thing over. Where did this come from? There's something different about it. Might have been involved in what happened. Do we have any way of tracking where this may have come from?
Well, I believe it was turned into the Thoroughfare House in the Sidos. A different chapter house, of course. They felt that we would be more equipped. Well, that I would be pulling you all in to deal with this. They're really not quite sure. And unfortunately, their circle is occupied elsewhere to look into it. It was found in a side street just off of the Temper Boulevard. You could certainly head down that way. The festival, of course, continues to be in full swing, as full of people as ever, but you may be able to find a clue or something.
As you're kind of saying all of that to Judith, she's kind of still looking at this kind of piece of wire, listening, but kind of is doing that thing where she's not looking, but she is listening. I just went, whatever happened, this was involved.
Well, let's go.
All right. Well, we have a lead at least. We have something to go off of. Something strange happened.
Strange how? What'd you get from the wire there?
It's strange, but like it got pulled taut, like maybe it was broken by something, or I'm not sure. I felt like something was being dragged. Potentially one of these two. I think maybe this is connected to whatever took them.
Let's go. Livy, are the stairs out of order?
Oh, I wouldn't know.
Why don't we go check?
Okay,
It's proper to use the stairs.
right. My apologies, Grandma.
Are you single?
Yes. For what reason?
I want you to meet my grandson.
Okay. Yes. Yes, ma'am.
All right, let's go.
Judith just nods at Livy, just go with it. You know how this goes.
Our scene pulls back and away, our vision shifting once again across Briar Green and down back into the Seidel, where we see one of the trolleys pulling in a handful. Yes, Jay. A handful of people stepping off. Some of them still in their uniforms from work. We see kind of embroidered across one of the vests that one of the ladies wears over her dress, Grand Halen Hospital. As they get to go off, the last couple exiting the trolley, we see kind of a taller, it's probably like non-binary, slightly leaning more masculine in their features. They have kind of short, curly, black hair, very tall, still in their nurse's uniform, and they turn back to smile brightly at Anthony. As you step off the trolley, what do we see?
Anthony is a averagely tall person, kind of quite a bit shorter than this other individual, though. Probably about 5'10", 5'11", or so. Anthony constantly has a kind look to his eyes. Dark, wavy hair that kind of like curls behind his ears here and there. Would still be in his scrubs after the long day of work, but doesn't seem tired after the day of work. Seems invigorated, if anything. His friend probably had to drag him out of the hospital to leave for once.
Anthony, okay, I know you didn't want to be here, but I promise it's going to be so much fun. Look at everything that's, like, you can hear the music. Do you smell that? That is funnel cake. Yeah, but This is fun.
and it sounds like it smells like cholesterol, high cholesterol. So
I mean, hey, if you've inherited your grandma's genes, you're gonna live like forever. She's like the healthiest person I have ever seen.
Her name.
I've
in the shadows.
Anthony, I've only said it once. I promise she's not just going to appear like walking around the corner.
Anthony is looking in the direction that Cass pointed, slightly convinced that Grandma
there's
will
a moment
appear.
in the crowd where you do see a shorter, elderly woman, gray hair, a brown sweater, and you're like, oh, it's not. She turns and you see a couple smaller grandkids kind of holding on to either of her hands, and she's like, come on, children, let's go see the duck game. And they kind of meander off.
Maybe I do need to get out more. Damn. Wait.
You practically live in that hospital. You can't spend all of your time there.
There's a lot of work to do.
Yeah, but there's so many things in life to experience.
Yeah, like a job well done.
See, this is why all of the nurses are so concerned about your well-being. You never leave. And she kind of like grabs onto your hand and begins to tug you through the crowd of people. For the outsiders watching, it is a similar path through the stalls that we saw the two girls take the evening before. Unbeknownst to the two of you, you pass a stall making homemade ramen that smells delightful. The next stall to it is someone who is hand stitching kind of embroidery, floral embroidery onto sweaters. And people are buying, and it's busy. There are people kind of bumping into you, and pleasantries are being exchanged. And Cass is just excited to be here with you.
Yeah, I think being brought into it, I am enjoying it more. Anthony is very much looking around and enjoying. Yeah, very very much always like soft smile is almost always present on Anthony's face.
And she kind of continues to pull you along. You know, they have so many neat exhibits this year too. Like there's a beautiful like stained glass art exhibit that you can go in, and they'll like take your portrait, and it's supposed to be just beautiful. And then there's like the statuary gardens. You want to do what last?
No, they take your portrait in the stained glass.
Yeah, and then it's like beautiful. I don't know that I'd be able to afford that, but it looks really, really neat. And then there's the statuary garden that's free, and the conservatory has a whole like thing planned out. And then I was hearing from my friend Maribel, and she said there's like the neatest new thing this year that they haven't seen at any other autumn festival. And it's supposed to be like dolls, but they're like our sized.
I wonder if they're anatomically. Well, let's start with the new thing then. Like all the other stuff, like we'll be able to find easily, right?
Yeah, we know where that's at. It's there every year. I think.
Yeah, if it's a new thing, we don't want to miss our chance to like go and see it, right?
No, I think we should go before like maybe. You know, it's dinner time or it's lunchtime. I'm so sorry. This is a different part of the day. It was just morning. It's not dinner. Time doesn't work that way, folks. It's lunchtime, so maybe everyone else be focused on getting food, and then we can cut in really quickly, and it won't be busy.
Yeah, there won't be any lines. Yeah, I think it's a smart idea. Where are we going? Like I said, you've been here before. I don't know where I'm going.
Kind of like tries to like look up over the crowd, like finds a crate on the edge of one of the stalls to step up onto and look, and she goes, well, I think it's further down that way. And she hops back off again, clasps your hand, and you two begin to move through the crowd of people. Anasi, You also find yourself here in the main thoroughfare of the Seidel, surrounded by people buying and eating and, musicians playing. There's a few people who have taken up kind of dancing and tipping into their hat and things like that. There's like a small children's puppet play going on as you kind of weave your way through. What have you been up to during this year's Autumn Festival?
So Anansi would more than likely be walking through the crowd, looking at people's, I would say, like their chest or waist, mostly no eye contact with anybody, just giving a smile and twiddling cards between his fingers. Anyone that does look at Anansi would see a taller, slender, dark-skinned man with a bald head, really piercing, like alligator-esque, like green eyes, color-wise, not slits. Don't judge me. He wears normally just similar to what I'm dressed now, a white shirt with a vest, gold and black, but his has roses all over it. His cards, or his deck of cards, also have those black and gold, like rose backs. So he's just fiddling with the cards and looking around and checking pockets of others.
Yeah, I mean, why don't we go ahead and we're gonna roll about that. So why don't you give me, oh goodness, what would you think? Probably hide, a little sleight of hand.
I like that. Yes. All
yeah,
right.
Just see how successful you are.
And I will tell you now, you will describe rolls to me 20 times, and I will get them twice. So
No worries.
So I have 1 in it, so that would just be 1 die.
You're going to roll a single die. And I will say this is low stakes, so there's no need to spend drive or...
6.
6, right, cool. You guys are setting the tone for the game early. All right. I need to make some more high stakes rolls, apparently. You, with practice ease, it's almost natural at this point in your life, having done it for so long, you're able to kind of, even without pulling the wallets like fully out of pockets, like just snag some of the money from a wallet and tuck it in. Every now and again you find something interesting. From one of the pockets you felt a folded up piece of paper, and you pulled it out, and unfolding it, it seems to be some sort of flyer for... I get the name wrong every time, and I did it to myself, folks. For Markle's Magnificent Marionette Menagerie. And then it has the address listed below, and that you have free admission with the flyer, if you were to happen to have one.
Yeah, he looks at this flyer and is just immediately like, well, I guess anybody that is willing to go to one of these would be fool enough to be stolen from anyway. So I don't think I could just catch him on the way in. And he just like folds it up, puts it away, and I would like to go back over to the gentleman that he did steal from. He's just gonna take one piece, like one bit of currency out, put it in his pocket. Sir, you dropped this. Just, want to do a good deed, and just like hand it back to him.
The flyer?
Oh, no, not the flyer. No,
the
that's
coin.
fine. No, do better. He needs to do better. Keep track of your stuff. But no, the actual, the currency, the gold, the pouch.
Perfect, yeah. And he'll, oh, well, thank you. That is so extremely kind of you. And he'll like take it and then take a couple of things out and like hand it back to you as if like, oh yeah, you handed it to me, I'll be nice and give you part of it. Tucks in his pocket, retakes the arm of the gentleman that he's walking with, and they continue on down their path.
Good people. This is nice. And this is why we steal. And he just keeps flipping through the coins and just walks off. Yeah, coins.
Yeah, we'll roll with coins. It's easier. There's a mix. It's whatever you want it to be.
Coins, cards, same thing, just
all the things. We begin to follow you as you weave through, and the camera pans forward over the crowd as we catch back up to Anthony. Cass has now pulled you down a series of side streets. finally turning the last corner, there are people still kind of milling about. There's a small cafe not far from where you can see, again, this, like, now in the daylight, it's a deep wooden sign, and like the wording is black, but it has that gold, like they dry dusted some gold paint on it to make it look like weathered but expensive. That reads, again, the Markel's Magnificent Marionette Menagerie. Mistakes were made. You see that. You see people sitting at this cafe enjoying a cup of coffee as they chat. We see a moment where Anthony trips and then recovers as Cass is like, are you good?
I'm fine. Just a little bit of a disconnect.
They very quickly grab back onto your hand, laughing as they kind of walk backwards and turn and kind of gesture above, and they're like, see, I told you we could find it just fine.
Well, color me impressed. I didn't expect to find it that quickly. Do we have to pay to get in? Is this a free admission, or starts like pulling out his wallet, or like...
She's like, well, I'm not entirely sure. We should, I guess, the quickest way to find out is to just pop in. Yeah. The two of you stepping in again, the doors, not propped open this time, but unlocked. The sign is swung to where it says we're open. Stepping in, it's a warm interior, rich woods, rich colors, kind of painted against the walls, the heavy velveteen curtains covering the front windows, blocking out really most of the sound and the light from the street. The doors click closed behind the two of you. And you see the counter again before you. This woman sat there, still in the same similar dress she was before, that deep burgundy, a black vest, hair pulled back, kind of writing in one of her books. She tucks a few flyers neater into a pile and kind of, well, welcome in. Hello. I'm assuming both of you are here to walk through the displays?
Yes, we heard about it. We're actually pretty curious about seeing it. Life-sized marionette dolls?
Yes, it is certainly one of our more spectacular displays we've done in the past. It's been quite some time since we've come back through town, actually, with this display. It's not every autumn festival we can make it back this way, but we do try our best when it's time.
Oh, where do you hail from then? Where do you guys normally spend your amount of time?
Oh, we are far outside of New Fair, unfortunately. We do travel quite a bit, different festivals, different areas, but it is always nice to get back to New Fair.
Of course, yeah. What's the price of admission?
Well, you know what? You two just are the most darling couple. I think, it's been rather busy today, and I think, with it slowing down for lunch, I'm more than happy just let the two of you both just wander back through. It's on the house.
That's so kind of you. Thank you.
Cass is just like beaming next to you. Oh, thank you so much. That is so incredibly nice of you. And it's like, Anthony, see, I told you this is the best time to come.
I didn't argue. I literally agreed that we should come here during this time.
The woman behind the counter kind of steps off to the side and gestures through the first doorway. Don't worry, the path winds all the way through, and you'll simply come back out on the other side. And she gestures to the opposite door, again, this counter taking up the middle space of the wall, a door on either side of it. You, from where you're at, can hear the faint kind of twinkling music of a waltz being played somewhere.
Oh, audio recordings. Fancy. Anthony says as he begins to walk to the back.
You step into the first room. A waltz playing gently in the background. You see 3 couples. Again, just beautifully dressed. Actual, people clothing, for lack of a better term. Beautiful ball gowns, pressed suits. And you see their faces kind of painted in just smiles of just enjoyment. Their bodies held akimbo, clasped around each other as the strings overhead pull and shift, and the dolls, 3 sets of 2, dance in a circle. Your kind of pathway would be to cut between and through and out the other side. The walls are painted with the scene to make it look like a grand ballroom. Other couples dancing, and again this waltz playing seemingly from nowhere, the strings disappearing up into the darkness of the ceiling with how the walls are lit.
Looking, Anthony would be like as they're going as they're going through, definitely looking everywhere, but it's definitely taking interest, looking up to where the strings are going. I think Anthony's very curious as to how all of this is working, almost trying to peer into it, but also judge well, how big would the mechanisms be. I saw how big the building was outside. Do I think it could fit? Or I think it's going to a different part of the building
itself was very tall, maybe 3 to 4 stories. A lot of the buildings in the Seidel are built upward. This particular one, the very top had almost a domed portion, and then what should, in theory, be multiple floors. It appeared to be a very large storefront, so in theory the building could go back and out quite a bit. And it's one of those things where, with how the walls are painted, it gives that sense of disproportionism. It's a small room, but it feels bigger than it is. In kind of that weird valley kind of way of just ooh, this feels off. Almost too realistic. The size is wrong, but it's the realism of it is what's maybe getting you. If you wanted to look a little closer at how the dolls are being operated, or the dolls themselves, I would say you could give me either a read or a survey.
I'll do survey. 6.
It's okay. No, you know what? I want all of you to burn them now so I can get you in the second half. On a 6. You and Cass kind of step forward, and now you're in the center of the room, right? These sets of dolls dancing and waltzing around you. And Cass is kind of doing the thing where you'll pretend to dance along with them, just kind of laughing. You've stopped and for this moment kind of let go of her hand and are first looking up at the strings. And you can think you see metal slotting in the ceiling where the wires are coming down through. So perhaps it's reasonable that there's a mechanism in the ceiling that is controlling the wires. And then you kind of refocus back down on the dolls as they twirl and step around you. You're a doctor. You are up close and personal with people quite regularly. You are face to face with hundreds of people a day. It is the most uncanny valley feeling as they dance past you, and for a moment as you're looking at their faces, you're studying them closely. It's hard to tell if their faces are frozen in enjoyment or in a strange, macabre sense of fear, right? That line of the smiles are stretched a little too far. The eyes are crinkled in joy, but almost with tears settling at the corners. You're gonna take a brain mark.
Oh, okay.
as this sense of just unsettlement kind of grows in your chest. They're too realistic. It's strange. Maybe they're just incredible painters. You've seen dolls before that are on display in kind of the richer portion of the city, right? Beautiful porcelain ones that look like people. So maybe it's just that. And on a 6, but with that 6, you do see it's bordering on being incorrect.
Yeah. Yeah, I think there's like almost a shudder that goes down Anthony's spine as like, and almost like a flinch away as one of them like comes a little too close.
Yeah, on that swing through as it goes past. And I think it's at that point you realize, like, you turned where Cass was kind of dancing around behind you. The door to the next room is open, and Cass is no longer in the room with you, as you were sat there for a moment or two watching these dolls dance.
I think I'll turn around like, Cass? Cass, you gotta wait for me. We're supposed to be going through this thing. And like, I'll jog a little too quickly.
The call comes from further in.
I'll jog a little too quickly from this room.
Mm-hmm. And as you do, we see one of the heads tick to the side on a turn to watch as you go through, and the door closes. Stepping into the next room, again, it's set up as if people are in the middle of a tea party, right? And the music shifts. It's kind of this brighter music, almost ice cream vehicle-esque in a sense, that very just happy mechanical music as the dolls kind of again pour tea and clink glasses, and it's that look again of joy, of happiness that seems a little too out of place for you.
I think it's the joy and happiness, and I think it's also like, I think Anthony's also starting to get freaked out of like, that's real exact movement to be able to pour a cup of tea. Mm-hmm. I think Anthony's a little freaked out by that as well, like, ooh.
And again,
we should hurry up, Cass.
And you say that, and Cass is over on the other side of the room, kind of, again, same way you were looking at this duo sat at one of the tables. Very similar face features, similar hair. One of them in a schoolgirl's uniform. And they have what looks to be a card game sprawled out between them, cups of tea set off to the side, and you watch as their hands kind of, one of them moves forward and pulls a card and looks and puts it back. And the other one is sat with cards in front of them, and they're down, and they come back up to look at their deck. Again, like movements that seem very natural as if they're in conversation playing this card game. And the older sister's face, there's no enjoyment on it. There's no hyper-realistic look. It's sadness. There's no fear, nothing like that, but it is different from the rest of the marionettes in this room.
I think
Cass kind of straightens. Go.
No, keep going.
Nope.
I think, where's Cass at in the room right now? Is Cass looking at the...
She's at that table in particular. She's clocked the two, and she looks uncomfortable now. That excitement has dimmed a bit.
I think I'll like almost like put a hand on Cass's back. I think we should get going. I'm a little freaked out. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like...
Right, yeah, this one was weird. The rest of the room's adorable. This... Maybe
they're all a little weird.
The place?
They're all a little weird. They're doing real exact... I'm starting to think these are costumes. Like, they're pouring tea, they're drawing cards, like...
They're not people. She knocks on the head of the marionette. And it is a hollow, resonating sound that echoes through. It's not quite wood, and it's not quite porcelain. It almost gives the sound of knocking on bone in a strange sense.
Alright, let's go. Cass, we're leaving. You can follow me. We're getting out of here.
Which way do you go? Forward or backward?
I'm guessing if I say backward, the door's gonna be shut.
You look over, the doors have closed behind you each time you've walked through.
Yeah, I think I'll prefer the familiarness. I'll go to like open the door behind us.
There's no door handle to go backward, only forward.
Like I try pushing against the door. I knock, like, hey, did y'all like shut the door by accident? We like
You're
to turn
knocking,
around.
and you hear the door on the other side of the room open, and Cass calls out, "Well, this side's unlocked," and she steps through.
Oh, Cass. Oh, Cass.
You
into
hear
the next room.
the sound as you're starting to walk across the room of almost a piano chord, a chord snapping. And a yelp. And then it is quiet.
Cass, hurry into the next room, of course.
You do not see Cass. What you see is, it almost looks like you've stepped into the room of like a church, right? And overhead it's light filtering through stained glass, and you see kind of up along one side in choir robes, people sat as if they're singing and shifting back and forth side to side. There are pews where people, marionettes, are sat looking forward, and there's one at the front in robes that match what someone from the Ascendancy perhaps would be wearing, with a large book in their hands that is almost giving a sermon, right? As the dolls shift and move, you do not see Cass. And the door clicks closed behind you.
Oh, of course it does. Do I hear it lock?
You've never heard a lock, but you look back over your shoulder, and again, there is no door handle on this side. Anasi.
Yeah, you're coming with me.
It's at this point that you arrive to the outside entrance of the menagerie. Again, stepping in, you see the single woman stood behind the counter, kind of humming softly to herself. As you step in, the doors clicking closed softly behind you.
Gonna make me step in. Yeah.
You don't have a choice, Anasi. This is my game.
Bring it. All right, cool. No, he'll step in, and as he looks around, he just like starts messing with like one of the bracelets he stole off somebody outside, and he's just like, I already like none of this. Okay, well, we might find somebody inside that's also just as creeped out. And he's just gonna walk directly in, like look over and like show the pamphlet and just keep walking.
Oh, well, yeah, of course, just right through and you'll come out the other side. She kind of gives you a curious look as you just negate her completely. Just, here it is, and pop on through. And so sorry. You step into, again, the similar thing, the sound of a mechanical waltz being played, these sets of dancers spinning about the room.
Okay. Yep, seeing that, he immediately would look up to see like what's up, like the wires where they're coming from. But as soon as he hears the music, he's going to fan out his cards and start fanning himself and just start dancing around, not with the marionettes, but like in his own, at his own area, as if he's keeping an eye on them and anyone else that's in the room. Not bringing attention to himself, but still wanting to know what's happening.
You kind of fan out your cards and go through, and it is, you do get, as you've kind of woven your way through them to the opposite side of the room, you do get that sense of being watched, a feeling you're familiar with, a very certain kind of being watched. You get that sense in this room.
He'll go ahead and close he'll slam them shut, like as if he's angry. Well, obviously somebody would like my attention. Anyone in here partake in card tricks?
The door to your back, the one you were heading toward, that goes to the next room, swings open.
And that is my cue. And he'll just turn and walk directly to the door.
You turn to walk in, and you see someone who's dressed almost in a waiter's uniform, a marionette, another doll, holding the door open for you. Strings pulled down from overhead as it kind of gestures in, not looking at you, but again, that dead stare of a doll off into space. As it holds the door open for you. You step in, and again, a similar scene outside of that particular doll that we've seen before. We see various people sitting at tables in the middle of tea, and the one table where two young women sit in the middle of a card game.
The doorman, the marionettes are wearing like clothes, just like regular clothes.
Yeah. Stepping into this room, it's no longer ballroom attire. It's what you would see people out on the street in. There's a variety of different clothing styles at different kind of price points, we'll say. Some people who are dressed much more finely versus some that look to be just in workers' clothes.
Okay. Yeah, he's gonna walk up to the doorman and go, here, and he'll pull out a coin and slide it into like a jacket pocket, like, for you. Thank you for the door. And as he does that, he puts his cards away and he'll just like walk up and try to get near, or I wouldn't say in the center, but kind of the center of the room, and like just look around to see if anyone's in there that he can pay attention to.
You see no one living or otherwise that draws any sort of attention beyond the dolls.
Yeah, then he'll just walk up to the table with the cards and hi. The little one, lean over to the little one. She has a pair of sevens. And just kind of like walk around and like look between the girls.
You say she has a pair of sevens, and you watch as this younger one was the one that was going through the motion of reaching forward, drawing a card from like the scattered cards on this table, looking at it and putting back in. And you watch as there's almost a hitch before the card slides back in, and she goes back to look at her hand. Stepping around to the older female side, the cards in her hand are completely blank.
Can these cards be like moved? Like, could I grab a card
Off the table or from her hands?
from her hand?
You go to manipulate the ones in her hand, and they're almost like glued together so they wouldn't fall out at any point. So they're set into her hand. The ones on the table do not look glued down.
Okay. I would like laughingly just kind of like look over and be like, full house. and pull the cards out and go over the top of her. And which one suits you? And just kind of look and keep going. And he's just gonna pull out a ace and close the cards back and put them back in his jacket. Yeah, this table seems to be more of an ace, and put the card down on the table.
You set it down on the table, and from where you're standing, you watch the younger one again do the same motion of reaching forward. And this time she grabs a different card from the scattering than you had watched her multiple times now reach forward and do. And as you're standing there and she pulls it forward, and to look at it, it is not a playing card, but a tarot card. On it is death, portrayed by a person wrapped disproportionately twisted by wire, body cracked and bent at incorrect portions. And there's a weird familiarity to the face of the person on the card. A friend that you work close with at the hospital. And it's at that point you hear a yelp further in. And this is where we're going to take our break for the evening. So we will be back in a few short minutes. Please stick around, check out our Tiltify link, and we will see you all shortly. Welcome back, everyone. Thank you for sticking around through our short break. We are going to cut right back to Anasi. You've just watched this younger form, this marionette, reach forward, draw a card, the card being death. A figure eerily similar to Anthony, one of your friends, your co-workers, in a sense, painted onto the card. Wrapped in wire, body contorted and broken. You're going to take a mark in brain. And you hear a yelp from further in.
And this is why nobody likes puppets. And he's going to reach over and grab that card. And pick up his card, put them both in the deck, and walk off.
Okay. Just mark somewhere that you have the Death tarot card. That card is no longer in play to be found at this point. We'll just go from there. You're tucking these cards back away, and our camera pans through the wall to Anthony. You're in a chapel. The lights in here are dimmer, almost as if it's meant to be a mockery of sunlight coming through the stained glass at the front of the room. The back portion where you've stepped in, behind the pews, kind of right dead center main aisle, is darker, shadowed. Off to your left, you see a small area where it's meant to be a choir sat singing, and you do hear a hymn playing, though it's almost in the wrong key. It's that unsettling grating, slightly off, that just sits in the base of your skull as these marionettes do a mimicry of singing. There are various marionettes sat in pews, currently not moving. And there is the main marionette stood up in the front, book in one hand, giving a sermon to the marionettes sat in the pews. You've heard Cass cry out at this point and have come fully into the room. You've heard nothing from behind you. but you do not see Cass. You do not hear them.
Cass. Come on now, this isn't funny. We're both terrified of this place right now. This is so messed up. This is not the time to be playing a joke. Cass. I'm walking further into the room looking for Cass.
You walk down this main aisle, and you get maybe halfway down, and you hear a creaking of almost wood as one of the marionettes shifts just behind you.
I'm immediately looking around over my shoulder at it, like...
You look, and the marionette that was almost kind of looking down at the hymn book in its hands has straightened a bit, and its head has turned off to the side to look down at the ground between its pew and the next. And you follow its gaze down, and you see Cass's shoe.
Just the shoe? Is it
her
attached
shoe.
to her body?
There's not a limb. It is just the shoe. I would open if there was a limb there.
Yeah.
I promise.
I'll look up under the pew to see if Cass is under there. I'm looking for my friend. I'll look up. Like,
Yeah, where, tell me exactly. Where are you looking? Are you looking up? Are you getting down to look under the pew?
probably not under the pew. I think I'd see Cass being under the pew. I think I'll like, what the hell? I like look around and before looking up curiously.
Yeah. Why don't you go ahead and give me again either survey? I'd say survey is going to be the one I'm going to ask for.
I'm pretty good at survey.
Is a moderate success needed?
Moderate success needed.
So, a mixed is needed. Some moderate difficulty, I'll say.
Okay. 6.
Okay. On a 6, you do look up. And at first it's that same thing, especially with the light being different in this room. You can see where there are the slots in the ceiling, the metal wires coming down. And you are looking up, and for a moment it's as if you can see maybe marionettes that aren't on the ground, right? Like they could be shifted. The ones that are sat in the pews could be pulled up and someone else could be sat somewhere else in the chapel. As if, again, the sermon had changed or what have you. That the scene would shift. And on a 6, it's the color of the scrubs that catch your eye first. Kind of a pale blue. One shoe on, one shoe missing. You don't see her upper body, it's obscured by shadows. But you see her legs unmoving. What do you perceive to distinctly be as Cass? You're gonna take a mark in brain. And I'm going to give you the chance to roll a move roll for me. As you feel cold wooden hands clasp one onto your arm and the other gripping into the back of your sweater. Or your scrubs, I'm sorry.
Is this like a high stakes roll?
This is going to be high stakes.
And I'm alone.
You, as far as you know, are alone.
I think I'll burn my one nerve try for this roll.
Okay.
Oh, God. That's a 2.
That is a failure. You're going to take a mark in body.
Yep.
And you're going to take a bleed mark. As an unsettling cold begins to soak through your scrubs and into your skin from where it has grasped you, almost like a freezer burn feeling. Right? And it's going to yank you back, and you feel your feet begin to lift up off the ground. Anasi. You have now put the cards away, and I'm assuming we're turning towards the door that you just heard a yelp through.
Yep, that's what I'm doing. Going right through that door. Yeah, and Nasi is gonna turn around, and as soon as he hears it, that can't be one of the marionettes, and just turn around and start walking through the door.
Here, you step in to the back row of this chapel. The door is being closed behind you. In front of you, you see marionettes in various positions of beginning to stand from the pews that they're in. And you see one clasped onto Anthony, as Anthony's feet have just begun to lift off the ground.
I think Anthony is yelling at this point.
Is this a part of the show?
Nasi, what are you doing? What is happening? My friend's dead. She's up there.
Oh.
Gas needs help, Nasi.
I don't think your friend needs help anymore.
I'm gonna have you go ahead and take a brain mark, Anasi, as you look up and see the sight of Cass, who you would be at least vaguely familiar with from your work volunteering. Not moving in the shadows of the ceiling.
Help the ones that can help themselves. And he's going to run and jump and attempt to like grab his legs and yank him down with me.
All right, I'm going to give you, I will say this is going to be strike.
Oh, okay. Well.
You could make, I would say you could make a case for move as you are running and attempting to maybe knock them free. I'll be generous. I will give you move. This is a high stakes roll.
Okay. So that's a 4.
Okay, mixed success, still a success. You're gonna take a body mark as you full shoulder go to like hit and tackle. And you do. You, even on a mix, you will manage to kind of grasp onto Anthony, sending you both to the ground. Anthony kind of landing on top of you, your body taking the brunt of that impact as you take a mark in body. And you begin to hear the creaking of strings overhead as more of the marionettes begin to shift in the ceiling.
Quick, choice.
Do you know what's happening?
Oh, I do magic, so I must know what's happening in all situations. No, I don't know what's happening here. You were the one that walked in the room.
The only one here, Anasi. You also walked into the room, Anasi.
I wasn't hugging marionettes when I walked into the room, now was I? Your friend that's up there, do you have any, like, are they answer? Have they said anything to you?
No.
I think, like, Anthony's face is pale, not wanting to look up again. No. Choices, my friend, choices. Fight and try to get your friend, or come with me as I leave. Choice. I take it that you said multiple of the marionettes are
You begin to hear
right
the creaking of, again, that wood and the bending of strings, that kind of like plucking sound that they make as they shift and begin to move up in the ceiling.
I think like one last glance upwards before like, I'll come back. We'll come back later for them. We'll have to. And we'll follow Nasi, trying to find an exit.
Anasi's already started walking away. So yeah, like he looks back at you and notices you're looking up and is like taking steps towards wherever like an open area is or an open door, taking steps towards the door while peeking back to make sure that you're not getting grabbed or anything. But Anasi definitely is more worried for his own safety than anything else right now.
We watch the two of you begin to move toward the next doorway. And we're going to cut to the other three. Our scene shifting. The three of you have found yourselves, it's a little after lunchtime, kind of in the main thoroughfare of the festival. Noise and enjoyment, laughter, music, all around you. It's a beautiful sunny afternoon.
I don't like this weather.
Are there any stalls nearby selling like little snacks of some kind? Maybe like little sandwiches or something?
Yeah, there'd be plenty of food stalls that you'd be able to get a quick snack at, or kind of buy almost anything you'd be looking for.
I'll just kind of like seeing that Judith's kind of just like sauntering along a little bit, kind of just like bobbing and weaving to themselves, and we'll see that and we'll be like, Grandma, what sandwich do you want?
Do you
want me to choose for you?
Please, I can't read it.
That's okay. Do you want me to read it for you?
No.
Okay, I'll pick for you. Livy?
Huh? Livy turns around. Livy has like kept going, has not noticed you guys are not behind her anymore as she's been like navigating the road, trying to get us where we need to be. What? What's going on? Sorry. Oh, jogs back.
Snack.
What's up?
Snack. What sandwich do you want?
Oh, yeah, do they have a like PBJ or something, or
I'll walk up to the stand and I'll just ask.
It is the only sandwich they offer is actually deep fried PB&J sandwiches, which are delightful.
Incredible. I'll get 3 of them.
Perfect.
Wow, that's so convenient. This is like the best day ever.
Hard hitting
I don't feel like
RP.
anything could go wrong.
And I'll hand one to each of them as we continue making our way. But as we get closer, it's definitely like Judith is definitely in that kind of almost like whimsical kind of like feel to them as they're walking. But as we kind of get closer, it definitely seems to kind of straighten up a little bit and is kind of just definitely seems a lot more alert.
Grandma.
Yes.
Sorry.
I'm sorry for this character.
No, this is the most
great.
beautiful character I have ever witnessed.
I love old people so much.
As you're going along, we kind of watch you when Judith isn't looking like hand your sandwich to a small child. Because you're like, this is not it.
No, one attempt at a bite was taken was like bad for my teeth.
You pass it to Livy. Livy's eating too now.
Yeah, for sure.
You begin to get this just very strange feeling. Some might call it a maternal instinct. Sorry. There's this pulse of concern of something is wrong. And it's both internal, but then you kind of focus in on it. And it's almost an external sensation as well. That something is trying to draw your attention. If you'd like to go ahead and roll me a sense roll.
I would very much like to do that.
Your sense is whack, by the way.
Oh, yeah. I min-maxed this character. She's bad at so much. All right, let's. You know what? I want to spend a drive. Give me that roll.
All right.
My gilded die. Wait, when my gilded die gets a 6, isn't that candela? Isn't that what it's called? Isn't that the name?
It's gilded 6, which is amazing.
That's not what they're going. Candela. Okay, never mind.
Okay.
I don't know how this game works.
If that's what makes you happy, Abby, yes.
It's like bingo.
It is like bingo. You guys have in fact won the game. That's all.
Grandma's at bingo. It's okay.
All right, but I did it.
With a gilded 6. You focus in on this pulsing. And in your mind's eye and in your mind's ear, you hear Anthony call out in shock, maybe in a little bit of pain. And you see, again, that ever briefly in your mind's eye, just the quickest flash of a sign. Markel's magnificent marionette menagerie.
Good job. I'm proud of you.
I want to change slightly every time. Like,
it's just gonna be a different M adjective is really what it's gonna come down to. Marcus's moody marionette menagerie. And you see that for the briefest moment. And then it's gone. But that instinct inside of you kind of persists. Something is wrong. And something is wrong with Anthony.
Her little shuffle that she does when she's walking increases as much as it can. Grandma's on a mission.
she's on the move.
This is the people who have worked with her before. Like, no, okay, now Grandma's working. Like, okay, this is why she's still in the circle. Where she kind of tilted her head, looked, and then started shuffling as quickly as she can over. Does she understand where this is, or should I be looking around for
in this moment with a gilded 6?
Menagerie?
Yeah, with a gilded 6, it's almost like you're connected via tether, right? Yes. You're just following this string that only you can feel to the front of the shop. Without consequence, I might add. With a gilded 6.
Excellent. And I think she's just kind of mumbling, oh my god, it's my grandson. I gotta go get him. Oh no. Like, she's just like mumbling to herself, like, oh, my grandson. I gotta go save my grandson. And she okay, I know we joked about it before. Mm-hmm. Can Grandma have a concealed carry? Can Grandma have a gun?
You have yet to declare any gear as a long-standing. This is your 8th circle.
This is Grandma has to have.
You have a gun. You can have a gun at this point, Grandma. Yes.
Okay, we're in a public area, so I'm not gonna actually be taking it out, but she's got it. She's clutching it in her skirt pocket.
Grandma's packing.
Grandma's packing. It's the smallest little handgun. It's so tiny for her shaky little hands.
Is it a 1 and reload?
Oh, yeah. Perfect. And it takes her 20 minutes to reload it.
Thank you for telling me that.
Someone else has to do it.
Yeah.
No, yeah, she's booking it and just trying to get the other two caught up, but when she explains visions and stuff, it doesn't make that much sense anyways, as most things don't make much sense when she's talking. But she's like, the magnificent marionette menagerie. We gotta go to the marionette menagerie. It's right here. I can feel it.
And you do. You all turn the corner as she's like, it's right there. And it sure is. It is there again in all its glory. You can't see anything in. The doors are closed. The sign does still say open.
Bad.
Okay. As we're kind of walking up, I'm following Grandma obviously, but like as we're like making our way up there, I think I want to kind of put my hand into my pocket and produce a small music box, as I would also like to take a piece of gear.
Okay, I'm curious. Yes, you may have a small music box.
Hey, that's one of the things.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going for a bleed detector.
Beautiful. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. But it's a little music box, and I'm just gonna wind it slowly.
At this time, it doesn't play.
Okay.
It's poised and ready, but where you are in the street outside of this building, it plays no music.
Grandma, are you saying like Anthony's inside? Is that what?
Anthony's in there.
Okay. In classic Livy fashion, Livy is gonna try to like figure out other ways of entering the building that are not the front door.
Okay. Go ahead and give me... Let's see. I would say a survey would probably be the most apt role here.
Okay.
Where's my book?
Above table, don't tell me what you rolled. If anyone else would like to offer help in this moment and has a drive and intuition to burn, to give to Livy to roll, this would be the time to be like, I'm also helping. Look for windows or look at doors. You can both choose to spend one if you would like to. Your group ability is in this together of when you spend a drive to help an ally in a roll. On a result or 3 or less, you can earn back that drive. So if it is still like a failure, you get that drive back, you're not out anything, or you've helped them succeed.
Excellent. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Take one from Grandma.
Okay.
Should we both do it, or should just one of us for now? We'll probably need them later.
Also, from a lovely viewer, each player has a gilded die they can add to a roll.
Oh, that's very true.
And this is an additional die that you can add. This is a whole new gilded die you can choose to use.
All right, if Grandma's given one, I'll hold off for now.
I'm loaded. Don't worry.
Okay. Should I use my little extra gilded?
I will say for this particular one,
That's up to you.
we're setting it kind of a moderate difficulty. It's not high stakes,
It's not high
but it's
stakes,
not low
but-
stakes.
I would
Okay.
save it.
Yeah.
Are you
We've
sure?
got a front. I've got. There's a door. If we gotta use
Worst
the
comes
door.
to worst, you
true.
can't just walk in
I
the front
can.
door.
Yeah, we can't just do that.
I can't
Okay.
parkour.
Okay, with Grandma's help, I got a 5.
Okay, mixed success. You take a moment or two, and you're kind of all surveying the front of this building. Again, the aforementioned storefront, but as you look up, you can see windows with curtains closed shut tight behind them. No bars or other impediments as far as you can see on both the second and the third floor. You look to where the side of the building, you could feasibly, between this building and the next, kind of brace your way up the 2 walls and potentially get up to that second floor to a small ledge to try and get into one of the windows up there.
I think I can wedge my way into a window if need be.
Are you sure you want to go in there on your own?
I mean, I don't really want to go in alone, but I don't
Okay.
really want to chuck you or Grandma in through a window either.
You can
mean-
chuck Judith in through a window. I don't mind.
I think I can get up there on my own, but I
It's
mean,
kind of-
I was
it's
more
more
worried
like
about
an
Grandma.
entrance.
Oh, I'm just gonna walk through the door. I'm gonna walk through the door.
Okay, I'm gonna find a
Okay.
window.
I'm gonna go with Grandma.
Okay.
So 2 to Grandma and 1 to climb the side. Parkour?
Yeah. Parkour.
All right, so we're going to start with you.
Oh no.
Because we're going to see how well this goes for you.
Oh yay.
I would call this probably a move roll is going to be the most apt roll for this one as you attempt to, unless you have anything else on your person that would be helpful to you in this moment.
Oh,
We'll come back to you in just a minute, unless you're gonna help Livy instead of going with Grandma.
There's something I have an ability. There's something that I could have done to help.
Would you like to go with Livy instead of Grandma?
Go with Livy. Grandma's been alive for so long, and she's good at it.
I have an ability that I could have done before leaving that would have then helped. I didn't realize it was going to be a move. It's a specific. You can help. So I have great wards.
Okay. If you want to take, I believe it's a minute to use.
I didn't say.
I'll say if you want to go ahead and give a ward to them, it will not help with this move, but it will help on any move that is in juxtaposition to anything with a phenomena, right? So a doll is going after them. I ask for a move roll. They add an additional die to their pool.
Yes, I will do that then. Just kind of before, as I kind of make that decision, then to kind of go with Grandma, I'd be like, just be safe, and I'll draw. I'll draw like it's. At first, it almost looks like pocket sand, but like I will just like you've probably seen this before, but like you just like hold out your hand, and I kind of I sprinkle this like sand like material like over your hand, and you would feel a connection of some kind. As some of it kind of sticks in place.
You have a sandy hand now.
Hey, listen, it says salt, sand, etc. Okay, I'm going off what it's telling me.
You say be safe to Livy, and Livy goes, no promises, and then takes off.
Okay.
Perfect. So it'll be a move roll to parkour your way up this wall, unless you have something to aid you.
I think she just trusts herself now.
All right. Yeah, it'll be a move roll.
Okay. I think I am going to use a drive for this one.
Okay, go ahead and mark that off.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Gilded Dice did get a 6.
Gilded success. All right.
Nice.
With absolute ease and familiarity, you are quickly just like spider your way up this wall and onto the sledge. And I'll say with the Gilded Six, you were able to slink your way over to a window and jimmy it open, not unfamiliar to the same way you made your entrance into Sparrow House, your chapter house, earlier this morning.
That's called foreshadowing.
There are a thick set of deep purple velveteen curtains hanging over the window as you kind of push them aside. The room in front of you is almost looks like you're in some sort of park or garden space. And there's that moment of like you pause and look back over your shoulder because that's the outside. But you look back in, and in the center of the room, there's a fountain and what appear to be marionettes mid-stroll through the parkway. Some of them linked arms, some carry like a parasol. It looks very like French painting, walking along the green, just out for a stroll in the park. There are bushes and flowers and trees that dot the space. You don't from the window see a door. And it's almost as if you are in the greenery itself, right? You're like on the edge, the backside of the scene. Like you're not supposed to be in the portion you're in.
Oh. Anthony, your grandma's like really concerned about you. Are you in there?
No response. You hear the sound of like birds in flight, a light breeze through the trees. And you do hear, again, the subtle sounds of the wires pinging as they stretch and move, and the wood creaking as, again, these marionettes are strolling through the park.
Okay. Is there, like, any doors to this room?
Not that you can see from where you are. Not where you're sitting in the window.
Okay. And am I able to access any of the other windows?
You could go back out onto the ledge and look further down. Yep.
Okay. I think right now she's just trying to get as much view outside as she can before entering something as disturbing as that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you close that set of windows and you make your way further down. You try the next couple middle sets, and from the spacing in your mind's eye, you're like, okay, well, this one would be the same room. This one probably would from how big it looked. The fourth one might be the next room, and you go and you, with quick practiced ease, open that set of windows. These curtains, kind of a deep blue tone to them as you crack them. And again, it's like stepping into the backside of like a theater scene, right? Mm-hmm. Where the props on the front portion are painted and look realistic. On the backside, you know what they are, and it looks kind of out of place. But you step in and there are what appear to be like umbrellas and lawn chairs and things, and you see a pool in the center of the room. This time, the strings not coming down from overhead for the ones in the pool, but stretched from one end of the pool to the other as their bodies, in a strange motion, are swimming and playing in the pool. You see a few that are kind of lounged out, some reading a book, some picking up a glass and taking a drink and setting it back down. Again, very human, natural movement that does have that kind of mechanical sense to it.
Okay.
This time you do see a door to your left, to your right as you're stepping in through the window, that in your mind would lead to the room that you saw on the other side.
Okay.
And then you see a door at the far end of the pool, the opposite side of the room. The pool is running like lengthwise away from you, if that makes sense. If it's a rectangle, okay, you're looking the long ways down.
Okay. All right.
Pick your poison, Livy. Pool or park?
Oh gosh. You know, there's a certain appreciation to history. So the like painting-esque like park one, it kind of hits a little like art history in her, and she's like, oh, okay. Also, the people on strings in the pool are terrifying. So she's gonna go for the other room, back the way she was, I suppose.
Right. You close the set of windows, the curtains falling back into place, and you head back to the other window, stepping into the park.
I think it's an immediate going for the doors, like looking for doors for an entrance, any kind of way through this room.
You step into the room, the kind of heavy curtains pushing the windows closed now that you're not propping them open. Back behind you, you hear the click as they close, the curtains falling back into place, that bright light that was filtering in being cut off entirely by these curtains, kind of that ambient green glow that you get of light filtered through leaves overhead, filling the space. And you step from where you are in the bushes out into like the main pathway, and you watch as this path kind of meanders and winds its way through the room, heading off towards the left, the direction that these marionettes are strolling and walking.
I think there's just a lot of... Excuse me, sorry, pardon me, excuse me, going through. Doesn't matter if they are people or not, manners, you know. But she is just moving. She's looking for Anthony. That is the goal here.
You make your way through. And we'll cut downstairs to Judith and Grandma. You step through the main door. Again, a familiar figure standing behind the desk. And Grandma, it's familiar for you too, not just for our audience who have seen this scene play out multiple times this evening. There's something oddly familiar about her. Mm-hmm. You seen her before? It's been a while. What memory flashes through Grandma's head as you look at her? A callback to an older circle 30 or so years ago.
Let's see, was it the 4th or the 5th circle? I think it was the 4th. No, it was the 5th. It was the 5th. We were investigating a series of small porcelain dolls that appeared to have human hair. And this woman was the one who ran it. And by the time we got to the bottom of it, she was gone. And so was one of the members of the circle. And all that was left was a doll with hair that looked exactly like hers, beautiful blonde.
We shift back into the current scene as the proprietress has stopped organizing her papers. She just kind of cocks her head. Welcome in. It's been quite a time, hasn't it?
Yes, it has. Lovely to see you. I would like to go through.
Oh, I think you'll find this exhibit far more exciting than the last time we were in town.
Have your skills improved?
Oh, vastly.
Excellent.
Tell me.
You.
The grin widens as you tell her that. I think you'll find this one far more entertaining.
Excellent.
It's a shame, though, I don't see your friend. Tell me, how's her arm doing again?
No. No, I am not giving you this. And she's saying this out loud. I am not giving you the satisfaction of an answer. I'm going.
She just gestures to the door. It swings open. The sound of waltz music plays out, trickling into the front room.
Come, Judith.
I'm coming.
Judith, your music box, as soon as the door swings open, the music begins to play faster and faster and faster. This accelerated, grating sound of a music box playing out of tune and far too quickly.
It's Pop Goes the Weasel, by the way.
Awful. Terrible. Hate that detail. Gosh, dang it.
And the door opens.
Alright. Just
Bad.
shuffling onto bad. You're right, it's bad. My grandson might be. Oh no.
I'm.
If you hurry, you might actually save this one.
Oh.
And you look back, she's no longer behind the counter.
Grandma's going was out.
No.
Those squinty eyes went.
Oh shit, she's back in heat.
Well, never mind.
Are there any? Are there any of them in this room that we're in?
It's the same scene. You see 3 sets of 2 waltzing their way. The waltz, for those who have seen it before, seems almost faster. Their feet clicking angrily against the floor as they spin and twirl, the music speeding up.
Do the kind of wires that are holding them look the same as the one that I found?
Yes.
Assuming they do. Cool.
Yes, they do.
Good to know. I inform Grandma of that. It's like, it's the same. Something very
good.
bad is happening here.
No, this is good. It means that we're not slacking on the job right now to save my grandson. It means we're doing both. This is good.
But one stone.
Good.
Just hustling your way through.
Hustling through.
Dolls
Excuse
in
me.
this room do not.
Yeah.
You just
He had me.
your grandma body checks one of the sets of dolls, and you watch as they kind of unentwine from each other. And the waltzing stops for all three sets as the wires get twisted. Their bodies like falling back in this like broken, unhinged sort of akimbo fashion. The head cracking to the side as it tilts back, looking at you as you continue your way through the room.
See, better craftsmanship would have prevented that from breaking.
Mayhaps.
Yeah.
You step into the next room and we cut back up to Livy. Nope, not up to Livy. We cut through further in to Anasi and Anthony. You at this point have taken off running. And you open the next door. And it's one of those weird things of, if you've ever been in a fun house, where it's hard to tell if the floors are all level or not. And somehow this entire time you've been steadily on an incline, right? Because there shouldn't be this many number of rooms in a row. That makes no sense. You open this next door and you step into a park. Lush and green, dolls strolling about. The door clicks closed behind you. Livy, you hear the sound of a door closing, and then you hear the sound of something hitting, and almost like claws, like nails on a chalkboard. Down the door. The sounds of the park almost like a record hitching before resuming.
All right, cool. While that's going on, Livy is going to twirl out of her pocket a little handheld mirror, sensing the incoming not good. She's just gonna look in the mirror and go, okay, remember me, and then tuck the mirror back.
There is a moment as the you in the mirror cocks her head and grins and gives you a nod, and then it shifts back into mirroring you perfectly before you put it away.
Oh, that won't have consequences later, I'm sure of it. And she's gonna keep going. Yeah, at this point, she is ready to, like, a Kool-Aid Man bust through a wall.
Do me one more favor, as you've had this mirror out and you were looking at yourself using its ability. Go ahead and roll me either like give me survey. A spot roll. Maybe high stake.
Okay. Then with that, I'm gonna throw a little drive in there. Oh gosh. No. That's 2.
You see nothing but your face as you ask your mirror to remember you, and then you put it away. You hear it first as the mirror slips back into your pocket. The creaking behind you. Before 4 hands latch onto your clothing. You are going to take a body,
Okay.
a brain, and a bleed.
Okay.
As you are now being dragged backwards
That's not good.
on this path.
You said Anasti and I were getting into
You
the
just
bar, right?
busted into the room.
Okay.
Livy, what do you do as these hands grab you?
As these hands grab me, it is a full-blown, with her role as muscle, adrenaline rush. So mechanically, she gets to refresh a drive for each mark she takes. And then she is just full on swinging at these puppets now. So she is going to elbow, punch back, kick. She is fighting.
All right. I'm going to have you go ahead and roll me strike. And I'll have you roll it for me twice.
Okay.
The two of you hear, I would assume, some sort of vocalization from Livy as she is grabbed, followed by grunts and the sounds of things hitting each other deeper into the park ahead of you.
We do have another gilded success.
Okay. And then for the second roll?
Oh god, the second one. Oh no. The second one's a 4.
Okay. The first one, you're able to kind of pull your arm free and elbow right back into the Sync's face. And you hear as it cracks in, and the face kind of distorts, and the head like lulls to the side, the arms falling away. The second one you turn to hit, you're going to take an additional body mark as you punch, and you feel, again, this wood porcelain-like material give way and break as your hand goes into its chest, cutting into you, pulling at your skin as you drag your hand back out. And its hand goes forward and grabs a fistful of hair and begins to try and like lift you up with it as the strings pull taut on its body, and it too rises up with you. The other two of you, I'm assuming, actually, what are the two of you doing in this scene? As you enter into this room.
Oh, look, she's flying. No. Anasi immediately would, and again, just wanted to make sure, be clear, we do see that happening.
Yeah. You get further into the park and you see this in full view.
Like immediately, Anasi's like, again? Can you stop going in the air with these things?
I'm
working
running
on it.
towards Livy. I'm running to Livy like, Livy, what are you doing?
For you. Like,
What do you mean? I think out of my bag, I'm pulling out like, I'm gonna say that part of my equipment is medical equipment. I think I'm pulling out like a scalpel, basically, like a sharp scalpel to cut the wires that are like trying to pull Livy up.
Okay, clever. All right, Anasi, what are you doing as you step into the scene?
Staring at first and trying to figure out exactly what's happening. So now I've seen two people get pulled in the air. I'm probably going to walk up and, weirdly enough, attempt to talk to this thing that's grabbing and pulling. And
Do you want to talk to that one? Just
the one that's
for your own
fighting.
knowledge, there are probably roughly another 8 or so in this park scene. Just for your knowledge. If that changes anything or not, that's up to you.
I hate it.
And they're all doing the same thing. They're all like rushing towards us, like attacking.
It's not so much a rush. It's that weird thing of they almost seem to not move as much if you're looking right at them, with the exception of the ones currently intertwined with Livy. You see the broken one at her feet, head bashed in. You see the one grappling Libby, and you see the others that have all turned their attention toward her in this park scene, and have all started to meander in towards now the 3 of you. It's not fast. You were able to, once free of their hands, get away from them in the chapel room quickly enough.
And they all do seem to be going towards Livy, not us, just...
The focus seems to be more towards Livy, as much as a doll face can belay where they're looking. But you're all now somewhat in the center of this park scene as these dolls are moving in closer.
Then I would like to change what I'm doing. Instead, I would look over and... Livy, you can handle yourself with those, correct?
yeah, I got it. The window.
What
They
about
gesture.
the-
You don't see any windows, completely shaded in darkness. Again, it's almost like you hit foliage right at the edge of the scene. The curtains being the same color as this foliage, blending into the shadows in the background.
Okay.
So you don't see window. If you would like to, high stakes roll, give me survey. At the same time, I would like a strike roll, or I would give you
Could I
a
argue?
hide or a finesse, a control roll. I would say sleight of hand or finesse for the hide or control, or a strike. I will let you choose, as it is more of an instrument that is more delicate in handling.
And if I can, I'll give a drive, as I'm like, I am basically hugging onto this thing and tugging it down to get that wire taut so that you can
One
snap
hand
it.
is in your shirt, the other in your hair as you kind of grapple back onto it to try and hold it in place as much as you can. Yeah, I will say you can spend a drive for them.
It'll
So
be
add an additional dice.
It'll be control that I'm doing.
Okay.
Oh, shit. I'm dropping my dice.
Bad.
6.
Regular success. Double sixes.
Yeah, roll 2 6s.
That's beautiful. That's actually very, very good. We will come back to you. What are you gonna do now, Anasi?
Since I saw that happening, my thought was, my thought was I think I have something for this, and he's gonna reach in and he's going to pull out a lighter. With the lighter. No. Like, it's more of like one of the flick, like Tinder blocks flicks.
Yep.
Yeah. So, no. He's going to run over and things disappear. I like making things disappear. And he's going to attempt to light one of the marionettes, like clothes-wise.
Okay. All right. Okay.
Oh boy.
I will say either control or sense. Sense, you may add an additional die if you choose to roll sense, as something else helps. If you choose to do that, you will take a mark of bleed.
Okay.
You can think about it for a moment.
Oh, that is a 6. So,
Rolling sense.
yep. I'll take that bleed.
Yeah, take that bleed mark as a very familiar chill settles down your arm and into your hand, almost guiding it to just the right spot. And the camera kind of pans a bit, and we see as the dress on one of these marionettes ignites, the fabric catching immediately. At the same time as the focus shifts from that in the background to our foreground of the Doctor and Livy, Anthony, you've reached up and you slice through all 4 of the wires in one quick flick. Practice precision. No different than using your scalpel at work. And the lines cut, and the marionette holding Livy crinkles to the ground, taking Livy with it, entwined in its limbs. Unmoving. Not Livy, the marionette. On the ground. Downstairs, well, as downstairs as can be in this somewhat liminal space, Judith.
Hello.
You've exited out of this first room, stepped into the next. At this point, you've both recognized the 2 young women sitting at the card table. The dolls had all turned their head to watch you. None of them make a move to intervene with either of the 2 of you as you make your way through the cafe. And And it's at the point that you've stepped into the chapel. The door clicking closed behind you, and Judith, in your head, Grandma, you feel the pulse of energy of anger. Judith, you hear it in your head as the phenomena screams in pain. Everyone else outside of this knows at this exact moment upstairs, a marionette has caught fire. As all the dolls around you and the ones hanging in the ceiling overhead here in the chapel scream out. Judith, you're going to take a bleed mark. And you're going to take a brain mark.
Wait, sorry, what?
You're going to take a brain and a bleed as you hear this scream out.
Okay, that's fine. Yeah, that's okay.
All of the dolls begin to haggardly move and begin to shift up out of the pews once more.
Oh,
looking
no.
at the two of you. What are you doing?
We don't have time for this. I gotta get my brain.
Grandma, I think we need to move. These things are not happy with us.
Okay.
Let's move as much as you can.
I'm going as fast as I can.
I am aware.
I've been doing this longer than you. I know how fast I need to go.
Yep. You've been doing this much longer than me.
This entire time, Grandma has been just ahead of how quickly the marionettes are moving.
They're like chasing you, but you're like just like a little faster. It's very Scooby-Doo.
It's like those cartoons where like an old lady is crossing the street and somehow missing all the cars. Just her and through. Would I be able to walk and do something?
Yeah.
Okay.
Tell me what you want to do. Tell me what you're doing in this scene.
I would like to commune. You can make a connection with the nearby sentient phenomena. In order to communicate with it, take a brain mark and make a sense roll to open an empathetic or telepathic connection to ask a question. On a success you can answer. On a 4 to 5 result, the phenomenon will ask a question in return. Okay. I'm gonna take that brain mark.
You're both shifting through, and as you get towards the front again, you have to get to the front before you can veer off to the right towards the door, where this figure in formal robes of the Ascendancy stands mid-sermon, the motions having stopped, staring just at the two of you. An odd sense of awareness as it looks at the both of you, and you kind of reach out for that tether and link onto it.
All right.
Roll me sense. This is a high stakes roll.
Well, yeah, you know what? We're gonna spend a drive. I'm here for a good time, not a long time. Hang on, let me say that in her. I'm here for a good time, not a long time. Okay.
Grandma says being 99.
I need that clip.
All right, let's do. Okay, I'm gonna do it. Here we go.
Judith, before you tell me if it's what you've rolled, Judith, would you also like to assist Grandma by opening your own connection?
Yes.
To add dice that Judith can roll, or not Judith, that Grandma can roll.
Yeah, I will absolutely do that. Would that be using my ability?
Yes, use your ability.
Okay. Yeah, I will. Yeah, with that, then kind of like seeing Grandma kind of doing this, I will look to one of the other ones and kind of, as it kind of like moves forward to kind of look at us, I will just look it in its face and kind of just like almost try and just like stare into it, and we'll just try and make this kind of mental connection, as well as I'm going to use speak their language.
Go ahead, add for Grandma, add an additional gilded and an additional standard die to whatever you have just rolled.
Oh wow. Okay.
Speak the supernatural language of any phenomenon you encounter. Describe what strange or terrifying way you communicate with each other. So
I got a gilded 6. Candela!
I love Grandma so much.
It makes me so happy.
Yeah, I can't tell if that was Grandma or if that was Abby.
That was me!
No one knows where one ends and one begins.
This is Abby's true form.
Grandma, for you, this link happens fully in your head. You reach out and open yourself up for the phenomena, for this bleed. And you connect with something. What question are you asking?
How can we save you?
You, again, hear it in your head. Judith, you also hear an answer. Cut our strings. Stitch the thinning. Help. And the voices, it's not from the one that you're maintaining eye contact with at the front, Grandma, but it's from ones that are sat in the pews around you as they've latched into whatever open connection you've created. For Judith, again, it's different. Grandma, it's almost like you're feeling this answer in your head. For Judith, it's like it's on the wind, a whisper to your ears.
Mm-hmm.
As if someone was speaking to you and not into your mind. You hear it first in this strange, almost musical tone before those notes transition into words, as your ability allows you to hear the phenomena in its form before shifting into a language you would understand.
So, cut the strings.
Stitch the thinning. We'd have to find the source of that.
You can cut the strings, though.
Yes,
That's something
I
that we can do.
have to find my grandson.
The one at the head of this chapel takes a step down, the first step off the podium. And then the next, as this marionette has now begun to move downstairs toward you. What are you doing? Go ahead. Yes, Grandma, you may shoot this marionette.
I would like to aim for the strings. We all know you can shoot strings off of things.
Have you guys seen those TikTok lives where they're just poking the bag? Anyways.
It's a control roll. You may spend a strive. This is a high stakes.
So, okay, let me tell you guys a little something about Grandma's stats. This is the worst roll she could possibly make. So,
You can spend a drive.
I can spend my only drive. No, I'm not gonna do that.
All right, so you're gonna roll 2 die, and you're gonna take the lower of the 2 rolls.
Okay.
No.
Okay, that's a 3.
Okay. You raise your hand up to shoot. And right as you pull the trigger, a hand grasps yours, yanking your wrist off to the side as a marionette latches onto your arm. You're going to take a mark in body as the grip is almost bone-breakingly tight.
Oh.
I have to go.
Okay. You are now in this marionette's grasp.
You can come with me.
Can I
Judith,
try
you see
an
this?
attempt to cut its strings?
Yes, you may. What are you cutting its strings with?
I will produce a knife.
Easy enough. Pull out a switchblade.
Yeah. Hey, listen, I walk around at night by myself sometimes. I have a weapon.
Go ahead and roll me strike. I would
Oh,
also
boy,
give you
something-
control as you're trying to
So-
cut through a string with a knife.
I was gonna say I'm not good at strike.
Okay, you can't be good at everything.
Okay, control. So
Yes.
I've got one thing in that, so that's one die. Okay. I'm going to spend a drive.
Nope, you have to spend a drive before.
Oh fuck. Well,
You can burn your resistance if you'd like to reroll.
sure, why not?
Yeah.
Why not? Sure. And I'm gonna add a drive.
Nope, you can't.
What?
You can only reroll your original dice when you burn a resistance.
Oh, I didn't know that. I would have spent a drive if I'd known that. Oh well. Ah well, next time. Okay. 4.
Okay, mixed success. You do manage to cut through the wires on the one holding Grandma.
Mm-hmm.
Grandma, you feel the wrist fall limp as this marionette's body collapses, joints akimbo to the ground. As you sliced through, you feel wires wrap around your wrist and immediately begin to yank you backwards and up.
All right, here we go.
Now, I do
It's okay,
believe
Grandma,
I
finish
was
me off.
told
Yeah,
it
that's
takes
what
me
I'm planning
20
on doing.
minutes to reload a gun.
You give me 1 second, I'll put you out of your misery in 20 minutes.
All right.
No, I will say you can choose to reload if you are going to shoot.
No, can I not? The first one was kind of for the bit. Can I? Okay. Can I find a way to? Here, this is me trying to. Can I try to do a sense or focus roll of some kind, or read? I don't know. Of just, I want to try to, because we're technically, I have conveyed we're here to help them. If we could get those strings to hesitate, to give Judith an opening for us to run away. Like if we could just we will help you. Like that's what we're here for, to kind of will them to go against their own
I
power.
will say yes, you can. I will say it is going to be a sway roll. Remember, you all have a gilded die to add at any point.
Yeah, we'll do that.
And I will allow you, because of how you described you're going about it, and because you have burned your ability, I will allow you to spend drive from intuition for this roll if you would like.
Okay. Let's go ahead. I think I'll spend the drive from cunning for this.
Okay.
So it's going to be... I can't remember. If you spend the drive, you don't take the lowest anymore, right?
Correct. It now
Okay.
just becomes a pool of dice.
Okay, wonderful. Okay.
However many you spend.
And I am going to use a gilded.
Okay.
So we're going to use that drive. We're going to use the gilded. Come on. No. I have so I'm sorry. Just a little clarification on the rules. My resistances are in intuition. They can only be used on intuition, right?
I will say, again, in the exception of how you are in particular doing this roll, I will allow you to burn a resistance from intuition
I'll do that.
for this roll. So
I
you're
will
going to re-roll your pool of dice.
Okay. Thank you, kind and benevolent GM. 4.
Okay. Gilded or non?
A gilded
Okay, see, that makes a mild
candela.
difference.
That's not candela. I swear, if you look at the critical rule, they do something and they go candela and point to their dice tray like they did something.
Okay, Grandma, whatever you say.
Oh my goodness.
I'm telling you.
All right, Grandma, it's time for your nap.
Where they do that?
You reach out.
No.
And leaving yourself open in this way, the voices just kind of echo through your mind. It's painful. You're going to take another mark in brain. How many are you at currently?
I'm at 2.
Okay. You're fine. You're
Don't
golden.
worry about it. I feel great. I'm just matching with my grandson.
You take this sharp shooting pain through your head, but you latch back onto the intent that you are here to help. Judith, you feel the wire relax, and you drop to the ground.
Okay.
For the moment, you both are free to move.
All right, come on, we gotta go. I'm bad at guns.
I'll, as we're kind of, turning to leave, I will just turn back to them kind of real quick. Not close to them, but still with that open connection where I can communicate with them. Yeah. Let us help you. We can fix this.
One of them cocks its head at you.
I'll cock my head back to it.
Same. Empty.
I don't know what it means by that.
I do, it's bad. I do, it's not good. It wants to make it like you. It wants to make it like them. Bad stuff. Oh,
How can we help you?
Free. Us.
Free how?
Tether. And the last one is a much deeper intonation than the first. As it cuts into both of your minds. I want you both to mark a brain.
I stopped talking to them.
The connection's still open. You guys opened it together. You gotta cut that off together.
Go away. Did that work? Did that count?
Judith, are you closing the connection?
Brain?
Uh-huh.
Okay. So they... Yeah, okay, I have my second brain. So said... What was it they said, sorry? What was the word they used?
The very last one was tether.
Tether. Cut the tether. Yes?
Help. And again, it's the cacophony of voices from around kind of echoing. It begins to get jumbled. You begin to very quickly realize the longer you leave this connection open, it is going to start to cause permanent damage.
Okay, I'll just... very last thing I'll just say.
Are you sure you want
to help
to?
you. And then I'm going to close it.
Okay. The connection closes. Both of your heads ringing with these voices step through the next door. Into a forest where you see a body ablaze.
Oh.
Livy on the ground, intertangled with a marionette. Anthony in trying to untangle limbs from limbs. You now step into this park. You see a variety of marionettes beginning to move toward the three of them.
It's my grandson.
Olivia, we gotta get you out. We gotta all get out. Grandma!
I found him. Hello.
Let
Let me put the gun away.
Anthony.
Judith, Hi, Judith. What's happening? What's happening right now, guys?
Put the fire out. Put the fire out.
They're really flammable.
Not good.
We have to save them. We have to break the tether.
I
I don't know about. They have a
They don't
couple
want to
here.
save us.
There's a couple here. I don't know if we can save anymore. They're kind of in pieces.
They're confused. They're lashing out.
Oh, they're controlled.
The marionettes?
They're people.
Grandmother, what?
They're people.
Grandma.
I think they were people.
They can be, maybe. Again, probably not. We can try.
This one doesn't have a face.
Okay, well, that one's dead.
They're trapped. Well, yeah, you've killed that one. You've
That
set
one's
it
dead.
on
The
fire.
one on fire is.
The one on fire is definitely.
Yeah, you
Gone.
watch as it and its partner, whose arms it was interlinked with, have like crumbled
Oh my
to the
God.
ground. Just a
just
mass
killed
of
them.
burning wood.
They're
It
dead.
has almost an ashy smell if you've ever been in like a funeral home.
That's not wood. That's bone.
We have. Look, they're being
Hey, Anthony,
controlled.
take another brain mark for me.
Thank you.
No.
They're being controlled. We have to break the tether to stop this. I don't know if it can be reversed, but whatever is happening to them, there's a tether and it has to be stopped.
We have to find the thinning and stitch it because that is what's causing the phenomenon to be able to come through. And
Okay.
once we do that, we can break their tethers,
Are
and
we
then
doing
maybe
that
they'll
right
move on.
now?
Yep.
Like
I
right
don't
here,
know.
right now?
I don't know. I don't know where
Can
it is.
don't know.
someone please explain what's happening?
Let's explain outside. I
Anasi,
got a window right over this way.
as you're stood there, the pocket that you've tucked that deck of cards back into, you kind of like happen to look over between all these people as they talk, like, what is going on? And kind of in your corner of your eye, you see that one of the cards is sticking back up. It's the Ace of Spades.
Ah, the little ones in the other room. Are they saying hi or what's? It's like turning it around and just like looking at it.
All right, listen
You
here,
get the
folks.
sense they're trying to get your attention. Probably not in the sense to stay. Black cards typically are more of a bad omen than the red when they're pulled.
I mean, this card, and he like pulls out the death card that has Anthony all and looks. And
Yeah,
like,
Anthony,
this
you
is
see that.
I'm not showing it to anybody. I'm gonna look at it and just be like, oh, this
Okay.
card with this card, and he just slides them back in his pocket. Was there a door around here to leave? We came in that, and he points back that one.
Yeah,
The
please,
window.
let's leave. We have to
Okay.
file a police
Window.
report considering that they
No,
still
no,
have my
they-
friend, Cass.
Oh no,
Window.
they're useless. We have to do
Livy-
this ourselves.
Livy is always equipped. She does have rope on her. She just usually doesn't do it for climbing. So I would say she has like climbing gear rope.
Yeah, you have one of the hooks on the end to like
Yeah,
nick it
she's
into
like-
the edge of the window.
She's like making her way over, going, "This way is a great. I'm all for this like fun time I'm having, but now y'all are in danger. So I'm gonna get us out, and then we'll discuss, and then we can come back." And so she's
Come
gonna make
back.
her way to the window.
Yes, welcome. Welcome.
Grandma. Grandma.
Welcome.
Welcome to what, Grandma? I'm
Hey,
scared to
didn't tell
ask you.
Wait, the circle. The one I tell you about. The one you drive me to in the
Your
morning.
knitting circle?
Did I say no? No. I knit, but not exclusively. I also work with unexplained phenomena.
Oh yeah.
What does that mean, Grandma?
Welcome in, Anthony.
Welcome in. Why will you all? I'm
We'll
following
explain it in the
Livy because
car.
Livy said we're leaving.
We'll explain it on the train.
You all begin to follow Livy to the window. Anasi, the last thing that kind of catches your eyes as you hear her mention circle is you do see on Grandma's sweater a tiny gold lapel pin that marks her as a member of Candela. You see a similar one on one of Livy's suspenders, and you see another on Judith.
Oh no. No.
Nah, see, you have to come with us. You've witnessed the phenomena.
All right, who's going first? I got the rope
The
ready.
marionettes begin to move closer.
Help.
Let's go. Okay.
I help Grandma up to the window.
I am sending Grandma down with somebody. Grandma's not going down
My
alone.
grandson.
Sure.
Come on, Grandma. Come on. Grandma, you're gonna have to explain incoherently. I know you can explain things coherently.
You don't want to, but I will.
You almost
You make a
right.
descent
No.
down from this window to the ground, one after another. Who was the last one out?
You.
Yeah, I would wait and make sure you all got down, okay?
Okay.
Livy, as you swing up and back, kind of feet braced on the windowsill, rope in your hand, looking back into this park, you watch as the fire begins to catch and spread a little bit. The marionettes now ignoring you and beginning to try and put out the flame. A single one comes in from the back corner, dressed differently. Its clothing older, more out of place. The skin less wooden like the marionettes and more porcelain in nature. She looks very similar to the woman that was downstairs. Almost younger in a sense. And just kind of cocks her head at you. The sound of the porcelain grating as it shifts. And you lower yourself over the edge. And that is where our scene will end for the evening. As tonight's game draws to a close. Thank you for all of my amazing circle members for joining us this evening, and no one died. Well done.
Yeah.
Well done, all of you.
Yeah.
Yet. There's time. We have 2 more sessions. And say thank you to our amazing viewers who have tuned in this entire time and stuck around with their circle, as they've been stuck well within the menagerie for a hot minute dealing with marionettes. We're gonna pop around, kind of the same order everyone introed before. Tell us who you are, where we can find you, what you got going on, and we'll circle back. We'll end with me, and we'll call it an evening. So B, go on ahead.
Hi, it's me. Hi, everybody. I'm B. You can find me at B Does D&D on all the social things, TikTok, Instagram, all those thingamadoos. You can find me GMing quite a lot over on the Tales Guild channel. You can find me on bi-weekly Wednesdays GMing Tales of Aegis, which is our fantasy campaign. We are literally just about to start a brand new arc, so it's a great point to jump in if you're new. So yeah, come check that out. On bi-weekly Sundays, I also GM a game set in the same universe, but not the same world, as we go up above into space for our Spelljammer game, Astral Guardians, with some familiar faces. It's a good time. It's really fun. It's silly, goofy. It's very Guardians of the Galaxy. It's very fun. And it's also quite new, so you only have a few episodes to catch up on. You can also find me for one final episode this next Monday, a week from now. You can find me over there GMing our Masks game that we have running over there at the moment, Stars in the Night, which is our Magical Girl campaign, which is having its finale next Monday. It will be the last episode of this mini-series. You don't want to miss it. It's going to be very, very fun, and some crazy things are going to happen. We ended off in a very wild place last session, so don't miss out. You can also please go check out Era 313, which is our sci-fi drama show, which you can find on all podcasting platforms. All 8 episodes of season 1 are out, so you can go and listen to those. And it's actually been announced now, so I can talk about it. Season 2 starts October 31st. So come check it out. We're very excited. We've been working really hard on it, and we're very excited to bring you guys season 2. So, yeah, exciting things. I believe I've talked about everything. I think that is everything. But yeah, I played Judith tonight, and it was really fun to play a new character in a new system. So yeah, that's me.
Abigail.
Hello, everybody. I'm no longer a grandma. It's me, Abby, also known as Abigail the Nerd. If you want more of Grandma, you'll have to come back in 2 weeks, okay? That's how you can find her. You can find me over on the Tales Guild every other Wednesday, where I play Sybil Holloway, who's very different from this character. So go check that out this Wednesday. And then on the alternating Sundays, you can find me over in Astral Guardians, where I play Dawn, who is a hot mess. And she's not very nice. And then you can find me over on Somebody's Heroes, where we're doing Fall of Taliba. We're getting ready for that finale, and that's very good. That's very good stuff, guys. Go check it out. I'm in the Fate Makers campaign, where I play Ina, who is a temporal anomaly split across 5 different moments in time. Go check it out. It's lots of fun. God, there's other things. There are other things. My brain is not working. New Rollis is coming back on the alternating Wednesdays. I play Lunara in that. Go check that out. And then there's so much I can't talk about yet. So keep an eye out.
Tech, I think it's you next.
Hi. What's up, everybody? My name is Tech Frost. You can find me, or I also played Anasi. You can find me just about everywhere as Tech Frost. That is TEKFROST. No, I say that every time. No, I didn't mean that. I promise you. This time I didn't mean it. I say it every time. That's the way I have to say it. I just now am getting back into content creation. I took about 6 months off. So we are also getting back into the webtoons. We were here first. We are doing an audio version of that. I have a bunch of great voice actors and still looking for a couple more artists. But the whole goal of that is to grab a bunch of voice actors that have no platform and nothing to show. I want to give you a voice. I want to give you a platform, and I want to get you somewhere where you can start getting more work in other places. And this is a great start for people in that way. I am also going to be over on Somebody's Heroes. I am playing Garnlo. If you thought the craziness of Anasi tonight, Garnlo is already best way to put this, spreading the infection of joy within that story. Yes, that is kind of the way I have to voice that for right now. Wait till the show comes out. You guys are gonna love it. Anyway, other than that, I have also started and close to finishing creating my own horror TTRPG called Hen House, where, Hans, hopefully I would love to have you run a game eventually in the future.
Yes, it's amazing. No spoilers. It's really freaking cool and terrifying, and I love it.
It's going to be so much fun. The main part of that game will be all of your decisions. Every single one really, really matters. And that will be the driver for that. You will be both punished and rewarded based on what you do. Other than that, much love, y'all. I cannot wait to be back here. This is so much fun.
My wife.
Oh, that's me. I'm the wife. Hi, I'm Lydia. I got to play Livy tonight. Had an absolute blast. Mine is pretty short and sweet. You can find me everywhere at Lydia Koryn, Koryn. And if you're interested in any character art or campaign art or anything like that, go check out my website. It's just lydiakoryn.com, and you can commission me over there.
We can just skip Jay.
Howdy, rowdy,
All right.
frowny.
No.
Don't bring that curse here. This is why
I
we
have
skip
to bring
you.
the curse here. I have to bring it everywhere I am.
Taking
For
the
those of
joke.
you who are new to my face, if you want to learn what that's about, go watch literally any of our other content over on the Tales Guild. You will quickly learn that I'm very annoying. I'm going to keep it short, sweet, simple. My name is Jay. You can find me at all of my socials at Sequel, SEQUO. Unless you're looking for me over a Blue Sky, then it's going to be voice of Jaca, JACA. You can find me over the Tales Guild at all of the other projects mentioned over there, or by the other two. I play in literally everything right now. I'm so busy. And there are many more projects coming up. Keep your ears peeled. Keep your ears unclogged. Yeah. Because I'm going to be releasing a audio book voiced as one of my characters sometime soon for hitting 100 followers over on our Twitch channel. Veldrin Filafar, my Tales of Aegis character, will be reading Frankenstein by Mary Shelley sometime soon. Very spooky vibes for a slightly spooky boy. And that's me.
That leaves me. Hi, I'm Hans. You can find me across all social media at HansKate. Some of you also just know me as Kate. It's upsetting to some. Other people think it's entertaining. Who knows? You can find me here in October for our next 2 sessions of this Candela game on the 20th and 27th at the same time, 8:30 CST, give or take. We were pretty close starting on time tonight. Tech Gremlins got us a little bit. You can rejoin me and my wonderful circle as we figure out what is going on with these marionettes. Beyond that, you can find me here on Logomancy for Roll 4 Wishes, for a few other games. On the 31st, my circle, or I play as Eliza Bell Hughes, will be returning for one final go around. It'll be great, guys. Nothing bad is gonna happen. I don't have full barks in every single group. It's fine. It's somewhat of a continuation of our game if you caught us at Gen Con. Otherwise, Wednesdays you can find me over on Tales Guild, where I play with some of these lovely people, and popping up here and there for one-shots. Just kind of watch my socials. That's pretty much the only time I post on socials is when I'm in a game. Beyond that, I just want to give a couple more shout-outs. Again, our art was done by our very own Lydia Corinne, which is beautiful, amazing, we love it. They're incredible. Our intro music and the music you heard during our break was by Travis Savoy, and without our amazing tech team, none of this would work because I don't know how anything works in life. So thank you to our amazing tech team, and thank you to Logomancy for partnering with Tales Guild to put on this amazing game for Roll for Wishes. You guys are incredible. Thank you for being here to support us, and stick around for the raid. I think we're gonna pop over to Blackwater D&D. So go show them a little bit of love, and we will see you in 2 weeks for part 2 of our Candela Obscure adventure. Say goodbye, nerds.
Bye, nerd.
Yes.